Sherwin.
Go-whopping, nagsinungaling ka sa taong bayan, nagsinungaling ka sa Senado, at higit sa lahat, nagsinungaling ka sa sarili mong kababayan sa Bamban. Alam namin hindi ka Pilipino. Nakita namin yan sa pekeng birth certificate mo. Alam namin na hindi ka lumaki sa farm at hindi ka nag-homeschool. Dahil alam ko saan ka nag-aaral, sa Grace Christian High School, na parehong eskwelahan na pinuntahan ko. Alam namin na merong kang kapatid na si Wesley Guo at si Seaman Guo na itinakwil mo nung una. At alam rin namin yung connection mo doon. Kahit na tumakas ka, ipinagpatuloy namin yung pagdinig dito sa committee. At dahil sa pagdinig na ito, maraming kaso ang na-file sa iyo. 7 kaso. Graft and corruption case ng Ombudsman, human trafficking case ng DOJ, co-warranto case ng Solgen, tax evasion case ng BIR, money laundering case ng AMLAC, pagkansela ng birth certificate mo ng Solgen, at meron ring election code offense ng COMELEC. Ito na siguro ang tingin ko isa sa pinaka malalim at malalang criminal activity na nakita natin sa buong kasaysayan natin. Sa isang tao, halos 7 kaso ang isinampas sa iyo. Pero alam namin hindi pa tapos itong pagdinig namin. Gusto namin malaman kung sino ang tumulong sa iyo para makatakas. Pribadong personalidad man o sa gobyerno. Gusto rin namin malaman sino pa ang mga kasabwat mo sa Pogo Hub sa Bamban. Pati na rin sa Pogo Hub sa Porac dahil nakakita na kami ng koneksyon dito sa dalawa. At gusto rin namin malaman kung sino-sino pa yung mga personalidad na tumulong sa iyo. Very much, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you very much also, Sen. Sherwin. Meron pa ba opening statements? Sen JV and then Sen Rafi.
Madam Chair, morning po. Anyway, sa umagang ito, sabi ko nga noon, satisfied naman ako and I'd like to congratulate again the chair and the committee for ably handling this issue. Pero sa 3 bagay lang po, Madam Chair, no? Ang importante, una-una, gusto natin malaman sino ba talaga ang tunay na mga boses, no, in this web of international syndicate na pumasok dito sa ating bansa. At sana po yan ay sabihin po ni Ms. Go ngayong maga. Pangalawa, sino, muli nabanggit na, sino mga tumulong na pribado man o nasa gobyerno para siya po ay tumakas dahil hindi na po pwedeng maulit ito na tayo po ay binabastos sa sariling bansa, nakatulong ang ilang mga nasa ahensya na ating pamalan. At panghuli, ay pangatlo po ay Madam Chair, sino po ang tumulong kay Ms. Go na makapasok sa larangan ng politika hanggang siya po ay maging mayor? Baka mamaya po ay marami na humpain ang Chinese Communist Party, ang CCP. Dahil po sa...
Yes, maraming salamat po sa pagdalo. As chairperson of the Committee on Public Service, I'm concerned about the regulation of our transport system. We provide regulations for several reasons. First, to safeguard those taking public transportation are safe and secure. Second, to ensure that those given the privilege to own and operate any form of transportation could be held liable for their actions in operating such vehicle, vessel, or aircraft. And finally, there is a need to regulate these transport systems because they could be used for criminal activities. These past weeks, namangha po tayo sa mala-action movie na kwento ni Sheila Goo. She painted for us what was probably the escape route out of the Philippines. But note, that is just probably. Hindi po tayo sigurado. We have to take her testimony with a grain of salt. For all we know, binulang din nila yung kwento niyan doon sa farm kung saan lumaki si Miss Alice Go. Mga kwentong paglihis sa tunay na nangyayari. Based on our research and discussion with transport experts, anyone with money could have several options for exiting the Philippines.
Of the lower deck, which is where most of the
And before we proceed, the Chair would like to acknowledge and thank the presence of the Majority Leader, Sen. Francis. Salamat po. Please proceed, Sen. Rafi.
Okay, as you can see, that's the fishing vessel. At nabanggit yan ni Alice Goo.
starting with the lower deck,
during
which is where
one of
most
the
of the
hearings.
action happens.
Sheila Goo, na sumakay sila sa maliit na boat, kulay puti, and then nag-transfer sa isang fishing vessel. So maaring ganun yung ginamit na roll, yung video. And then papakita po natin kung papaano na hindi na niya kailangan pang sumampa from boat to boat dahil sinek din po namin from July 1 to July 20 yung route na binanggit ni Sheila Goo ay medyo rough ang dagat, medyo maalon, habagat, kaya imposibleng basta-basta na lamang sila makapagsampa without the aid of that fishing vessel that I showed. Wala ba tayong moving? Mabilis lang.
Can we proceed to show the video, please? As part of the opening statement. Or kung hindi pa kaya sa ngayon,
We have to review our border control and transportation regulations policies. Wala po sa mga commercial modes of transportation ang problema. Kasi ang criminal, hindi naman po sasakayan ng MRT. Usually sarili niyang motorsiklo or heavily tainted na van. Ganon din po sa sea and air transport. Ang kriminal na may pera ay may ibang paraan ng paglalakbay. On another matter, Madam Chair, I would like also for us to look into the process and protocol in extracting fugitives in our country. This is not our first fugitive extraction. We have undergone this process before. But what was the reason why there seemed to be a different protocol with Alice Goo's extraction? Yusek Raul Vasquez said that it was just an immigration-to-immigration issue. Si Alice Goo, tulad ni Sheila Goo at Cassandra Ong, ay hinuli ng Indonesian authorities dahil sa immigration violation, dahil dalawang passport at hindi proper ang entry documents. That was the process that was followed because it is fast, efficient, and least expensive dahil nga immigration to immigration lang. Exclusion removal on the Senate arrest order was issued prior to the warrant issued by the Capas Tarlac RTC. I want this to be clarified in this hearing. And finally, was the dismissal of Alice Goo from being mayor a scheme for the filing of the case in Capas Tarlac? Would it not be better if this case was filed in a court outside the jurisdiction of Tarlac, which Alice Goo treated as her playground? Of course, we assume that there is a regularity in our court processes. But maybe we should realign our policies to ensure that it cannot be manipulated. Because, let's face it, kung may natutunan tayo dito sa kwento ni Alice Goo, basta't may pera ka, walang imposible. Salamat po, Madam Chair.
salamat din po, Sen. Rafi. Kung wala na pong ibang opening statements, may I request COMSEC i-acknowledge yung ating mga resource persons at pagkatapos i-administer yung oath sa mga hindi pa nakapanumpa noon.
Good morning, everyone. The committee would like to acknowledge the presence of the following resource persons. From the Department of Justice, we have Assistant Secretary Francis John L. Tejano, Attorney Mariel Francis. Okay. Then we have from the still from the Philippine National Police CIDG, Police General Raul Takaka. Then from Police Colonel J. Dimaandal. From the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we have Maricar Magpili. Okay, from the Department of Foreign Affairs, we have Director Lailani Feliciano, Director Von Ryan Pangwi. Then from the Department of Interior and Local Government, we have Assistant Secretary Romeo Benitez. From the Department of Transportation, we have ASEC Enrique Antonio Esquivel. From the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, we have Undersecretary Gilberto Cruz. We have Director Winston John Casio. Then from the Interagency Council Against Trafficking, we have Undersecretary Nicolas Felix T. From the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, we have a chairperson, Arnold Cabanglit. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, we have Attorney Scraton Orculio, Attorney Edgar Alan Reyes. Then from the Bureau of Immigration, we have Commissioner Norman Tansinco, together with Fortunato Manahan Jr., Attorney Arvin Cesar Santos. From the Immigration Regulations Division, we have Chief Rogelio Guivero Jr. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Judge Jaime Santiago. Then from the Philippine Statistical Authority, we have Engineer Marisa Grande. We have Attorney Eliezer Ambatali. From the Manila International Airport Authority, we have the General Manager, Mr. Eric Jose C. Ines. From the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, we have Attorney Roberto Martin Benaventura. Okay. From the Maritime Industry Authority, we have Attorney Mary Margaret Espino. Okay. And then we have Bernadette Gutierrez. From the Philippine Navy, we have Rear Admiral Jose Maria Ambrosio Espileta. Then Captain Marco Buena. We have Captain Isilito Lagadia Jr. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have Attorney Gerardo F. Del Rosario. Then we have Miss Cheryl Medina, the Executive Assistant of Mayor Kalugay. Then we have Mr. Jose Antonio T. Feliciano, the former mayor of Bamban Tarlac. Then we have Miss Alice Goo alias Gua Haping. Then Miss Sheila Guo, letter of regrets.
This is the second time that Mayor Kalugay is absent. Nung unang imbitasyon sa kanila ng komite, sinabi nila may sakit sila sa dengue. This is the second inability to honor the invitation of the committee. So at the proper time, I will
move now,
yes,
Madam
please,
Chair.
Sen.
I will
Joel,
move
if you
now
would.
that we issue a subpoena, Madam Chair, to this Mayor Kalugay, Mr. Chair, Madam
Aswal.
Chair of Aswal, Pangasinan. I so move, Madam Chair.
Yes, the chair,
Second the motion.
thank you very much. On the motion of Sen. Joel, as seconded by the Senate President Pro Tempore, Sen. Jinggoy, the chair rules that the committee issue a subpoena for the good mayor na kailangan makadalo na sila sa susunod na pagdinig.
Chair, may I
Yes,
also
Joel.
ask if we were able to invite the Secretary of Mayor Kalugay, a certain Cherry, which is she around? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Also, Comsec, na-imbit, I heard
If I may read, this of your committee to allow Ms. Catherine Cassandra Leong to attend the public hearing on September 9, 2024 at the Senate. Please know that this request has been approved by the Joint Justice Committee. However, please be informed that Ms. Ong is still confined at the hospital in Taguig. Our latest update is that she may be discharged from confinement either tonight or Tuesday, tomorrow.
that's good to know, Comsec, at salamat sa sagot ng Office of the Speaker. We have that in writing, ano po, hindi lang sa cellphone. Okay po. And tamang-tama kung di-discharge na siya ngayong gabi, kasi actually ang alam natin last time, Huwebes, 2 to 3 days lamang siya pinapapahinga ng doctor ng house. So she should really be here at the next hearing. Yes, Sen.
Madam Chair.
Joel.
Yes, Madam Chair, following the opening statements a while ago of Senator Raffy, and I think it's very important that we set the record straight when it comes to the contempt powers of the Senate, the jurisdiction in the pending court cases Madam Chair.
That is correct, Sen Joel. Alice Guo Huaping is still subject to the citation of contempt of this committee and the Senate.
So live pa rin po ito, Madam Chair. Pangalawa, yung jurisdiction, no? May we know the committee's position as to the jurisdiction and the period of imprisonment under the inherent contempt powers of the Senate, Madam Chair.
Sen Joel, those are actually among the questions that not only the chair, but I'm sure the colleagues will be raising during this hearing. And by the end of the hearing, gusto kong makapagbuo talaga ng ruling ang chair at ang komite tungkol sa importanteng usaping ito. Kasi napaka-importante po sa komite at sa buong Senado na nirerespeto ng mga resource persons ang powers at ang rulings ng Senado. In the same way, we give equal respect to the co-equal branches of government. Before the chair asks the COMSEC to administer the oath to our resource persons,
muna idipini sa Senado.
thank you.
I serve notice, Madam Chair. I have with me bags of jurisprudence to back up my claim.
Thank you very much,
Madam Chair.
Majority Leader. The chair will welcome that motion at the proper time and
Madam
will
Chair. Madam Chair,
rule on it